Hi everyone, and welcome back to Paint with Bats, Cats and Broomsticks. Today I wanted to go over some pens I managed to find at my local range shop. They are 6 metallic twin markers. I was expecting these to be metallic on both sides, but after a closer look on the box and after making the swatches, I noticed that the brush tip side were not in fact metallic. This is by the brand DecoTime. I bought a set in blue and a set in a range of greens. I was really hoping that these would be a good addition to my Mandala drawing pens, in that I was looking for something with bold, vibrant, different colours that I could use primarily on black paper. Now, as I'm swatching the first pen here, you can see that I'm really struggling to get the ink to work at all. This is the colour BG9 and they're calling it a blue-grey. I found that what little colour did come out was way more grey than it was blue. Obviously not a lot was coming up on the black paper, and I did really struggle. So when I swatched the first pen, I was shocked and a bit disappointed at how poorly the metallic side worked. However, the brush tip worked just fine, produced a really nice lovely colour, however was again more grey than blue-grey. Then we have the colour cool grey, which had a much better metallic side, and I was excited about that. I was thinking maybe they're not all terrible at the metallic side. So then I moved on to the Persian Blue, which was the one I was the most hopeful for in the set. And the brush tip colour was absolutely lovely. It produced a beautiful, deep, rich blue that I was super happy with. And the metallic side was really nice. However, having said that, so far I wasn't excited by how they were coming up on the black paper. They were turning up a lot nicer on the white paper. Moving on to the Indian Blue. It was a lot paler than I was expecting, but again, the tip for the metallic side just didn't want to work. The brush nip side produced a lovely colour. I couldn't fault the brush side at all, but I was starting to feel like the metallic element in these pens were just a gimmick. That if you did buy these, it was a bit hit and miss on whether or not you'd get a really nice metallic colour. I was also getting the hint from using these that the nib was too wide for using on something like a mandala, and therefore would be much better off for maybe large scale writing or doing some border work maybe. But these pens, I found they were only about £4 a pack, so I wasn't expecting miracles from these, but I was expecting them to work, and the amount of the metallic side that didn't work was a bit disappointing. Now moving on to the next pack, we've got our green set, starting with the apple green, which is their really nice light green. It's a beautiful green, but again, the metallic side just was super dried out. I checked on the pens later and noticed that they are in fact water-based. So I was really surprised that they had dried out so much in a sealed pack. So I was trying out the next pen I've got here is the Verona pen. I was excited by this colour in the pack because I was hoping for a really nice contrasting green, which I did end up getting, but the brush side again was a little bit on the dry side. So we've got the Neo Mint colour. The metallic worked just fine, but I couldn't realistically distinguish it from the silver colour or the silver blue-grey colour from the previous pack. It wasn't until you put them directly side by side that you notice any difference, and even then hardly any. So we did the Verona Blue, and that was another brush tip that was really quite dry. I was really disappointed by how poor the metallic side of these pens really worked. After all, when you're buying art supplies, you want to know that you're getting decent art supplies for your money, and these just don't cut it. I know children's gel pens that'll give me better, nice, consistent, shiny metallic, and these were all so dry, like somebody'd already used them up, put them back in the box and put them on the shelf. So I gave a go at trying the metallic over the top of some of the coloured felt pen on the other side to see if I could get it to be a little bit better or a little bit shinier, and it still didn't work very well. So that's everything swatched. Going through them, I found that quite a few just didn't want to work. The metallic was very disappointing. It felt really gimmicky. Felt really hard to work. So personally, if I was buying these for that metallic element, I might not purchase from this pack again. They do have several other ranges of colours, so maybe some of the other colours might have been better. If anybody wants to see some of the other colours in this range swatched out and talked about in a video, like to see if they're any different, any better, please let me know in the comment section down below. Or if you guys have a metallic set that you'd like to see me swatch and work with, I'd be happy to try and make a video on that. But going back to these pens, I would buy these if it was just the brush tip side that I wanted, because some of the colours in the brush tip, I can't fault them. Really bright, really nice and smooth, bold colour. They're just fine. Exceptionally good if you want to do some nice lettering. So I then took the nibs and dipped them just in a little bit of water and tried it again to see if it worked any better. And it did seem that activated some of the ink back up. But even after doing that and activating some of the ink back up, they still didn't work really very strongly or very well. Move this white paper out to one side, and I'm going to do that with another couple of the pens, a couple of the ones that are a little bit drier. Pick some of them out, and I'm going to pick some of these colours out, and I'm going to try and create a mandala with them to see what happens. After swatching them out, they're not as ranged in colour as I was hoping they would be. They're not as distinct from each other as I thought that I was going to get. So I'm going to try my best to do a little mandala doodle, but I'm not going to make a finished, final, amazing drawing, because these pens just, I don't think they're going to cut it. There's not enough range of colour or difference in the range of colours. They're all too similar to one another. Like, there is 3-4 blues here that are barely distinguishable from each other on the black paper, and 3 greens that you can't tell apart on this paper. So it feels a little bit defeated, but I'll just try and do a little mandala out and show you guys how it looks if I draw it all out. I noticed that the pen nibs on the metallic side are really thick. It was really hard to get a nice, decent, very little line with these pens. They wanted to be really bold and quite loud, which, depending on what you're doing, it could be really a benefit. But for something as delicate and intricate as mandala work, I want to be able to have a lot more control over how much ink is going down on the paper as I'm drawing. So I'm just going to freehand some mandala patterns, some petal work, some just very simple shapes to have a look and see how these pens work and interact together. Now, I don't know if you can see this in the camera very well, but there are currently 3 colours down on the page, and I cannot tell that there are 3 colours on the page. They look almost 100% the same. I can't tell that one of those lines is supposed to be a nice light blue. They all look just silver. And I've been looking for some more metallic pens to work on some mandala artwork, because I really like the vibrancy of a metallic mandala. Something about it is just so soothing to work with. So if anyone has any recommendations for me, do please leave a comment down below. And I wanted to take a moment to tell everyone that this isn't a sponsored video. Nobody paid me to work on this video. This is just all my own opinions. And it is just that, my opinions. So you guys have seen the swatches for yourself on both black paper and white paper, and if they look like something that would work for you, they are a really great and cheap solution. If I was still making cards, I would probably use these to do some of the hand done lettering, but I don't make cards anymore. It was just way too time consuming for the return on that investment. So it was really hard to keep clean lines with these pens, however, so just bear that in mind. I want to thank everyone for watching my videos. Every single subscriber is genuinely appreciated. It's really warming my heart to watch my channel grow in subscribers. Even if it's just the 1 or 2 subscribers, it makes me really happy to see that people enjoy my content and that they want to see what I make and do. And I have loved art all my life, and I just want to share that passion with the rest of the world and share a little bit of my knowledge about art supplies, materials, and some techniques and stuff like that with other people who want to learn. You know, hints, tips and tricks that people might not have considered. I've been doing art for a very long time, and I just wanted to share that appreciation with the world. I am really genuinely grateful for every comment and every single like, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see any more of these pens, do let me know. I will definitely try and get that for you guys if you want to see it. I hope that you guys really enjoy watching my videos, and because I definitely really enjoy making them. So thank you for watching my videos, and until next time.